The Royal Langkawi International Regatta celebrated its 10th year this year with 36 boats competing in 7 classes in what has become a hotly contested regatta on the Asian circuit. An archipelago, Langkawi is the largest island and home to the Royal Langkawi Yacht Club, founder and host of the Royal Langkawi International Regatta. The 2012 regatta will be remembered for good winds and close racing. One of only a few marina-based regattas in Asia, competitors experienced a variety of courses and race areas over the 5 days.
This is the most idyllic paradise on earth up in Langkawi. 99 islands, the water is warm, the winds have been fantastic. It's a real experience to come up here to see a different kind of sailing, where you have a home base at a yacht club, which many regattas don't have, and where you can enjoy not just the sailing on the water, but enjoy the camaraderie in the yacht club or in different restaurants around Langkawi.
In addition to welcoming back familiar faces, the regatta organisers welcomed a number of new boats and crews this year. One crew in particular was Team Hooligan, led by Marcus Blackmore. Racing for their first time in Asia waters, the team arrived on the back of an undefeated Australian campaign.
I've been coming to Malaysia for probably 30 years, but this is my first time in Langkawi, my first time sailing in Asia. I think at this stage, regatta racing in Asia, to me, is better attended than what it is in Australia at the moment. I think this is a fantastic setting for a regatta. The people are gracious, we've been welcomed with open arms, and I just encourage anybody to participate in this regatta. It's fantastic.
The 2012 regatta started with racing in Kua Harbour and a series of windward-leewards for the IRC classes. Principal Race Officer Simon James got the fleet off on time, and the 10th anniversary regatta was underway. In the IRC Racing Class, stalwarts of the Asian regatta scene, Jelik II, skippered by Frank Pong, and Team HiFi, skippered by Neil Pryde, were up against Asian newcomer Team Hooligan, skippered by Marcus Blackmore, and the 2 identical DK-47s, Utarid and Uranus, from the Malaysian Navy. The 2 Malaysian teams were evenly matched and tracked each other closely throughout the 5-day series. After 10 races, Uranus took 3rd overall, with Utarid in 5th. The Malaysian Navy boat split by Jelik II. Team HiFi put up a spirited challenge, but in the end, Team Hooligan were too strong and took the title, with Team HiFi in 2nd. The IRC 40-footers are becoming the hottest class in Asia, and at the Royal Langkawi International Regatta, they did not disappoint. The fleet of 4 put on a close show, with local Malaysian favourite Multihull taking 2 wins on the first day. Ben Copley's Swan Katsu narrowly missed out on some top-level finishes, but kept pushing Multihull and Jing throughout, with Singaporean entry Tantrum snapping at their heels.
First race, in our enthusiasm to catch up with Jing, we went to the line and we were OCS, and we had to turn back and dip below the line to start again, so we ended up the race in 4th place. The second race was much better because we stuck to our guns and played a bit safe at the start line, and then playing the wind shifts, and we finished, I think, first in the second race. We are sailing with this our youth crew, which is the Malaysian champions for the Monsoon Cup qualifiers last year, where we represented Malaysia. The Langkawi Regatta, I would rate it very highly in terms of the areas, the sailing areas, the beautiful island, and the sailing conditions here are pretty good too, and the facilities are excellent.
After a slow start to the series, Chinese entry Jing finally found her winning ways and went on to clinch the series on the very last day by a single point. In the IRC 2 class, 5 boats with multinational crews were challenging for the title. Of the 5, 3 were returning from last year, including 2011 winner Phoenix. While favourites on paper, Phoenix didn't have it all their own way as Scandia Endeavour of Whitby scored 2 wins on the first day and led the series going into the penultimate day.
We could do with a bit more wind today, but unfortunately it suited other boats and didn't suit us, but that's sailing. We won it 3 years ago, so we're hoping to repeat it this year, and we're doing quite well so far. But it's a good regatta, it suits us as a boat because it's flat waters and usually the winds are quite good. And it's a great location. Langkawi is a beautiful place.
A disappointing 5th from Scandia Endeavour of Whitby saw Phoenix take her chance and go on to seal the win on the final day by a single point. The sports boat class was made up of 5 one-design 25-foot Far design platoon and included 3 teams from Malaysia. Windward, leewards, coastal courses and an around the islands course could not separate the fleet. Top places were traded throughout the week between pre-regatta favourites Singapore Management University and the Malaysian Armed Forces.
First race I beat Singaporean, and then the second race I've been beaten by them in the light wind. So I need to improve myself. I need to learn more how to sailing in the light wind condition, how to do wave riding, pinnacle handling, and I have to improve a lot more.
We are currently leading the sports boat class by a single point, so competition is pretty tough with the Navy team. So it's been back and forth so far, but it should set up 2 more fantastic days of racing.
Going into the final day and the last race of the series before discard, both boats were equal on points. Singapore Management University got a good start and led around the first 2 legs, with the Malaysian Armed Forces in 3rd behind Malaysian Yachting Association KFC. On the penultimate downward leg, Malaysian Armed Forces moved into 2nd and a tacking duel ensued. There was nothing between the 3 boats as they headed to the finish. A mere 4 seconds separated them on the line, with the Malaysian Armed Forces taking the win by just 2 seconds from Singapore Management University. After a discard, the 2 were equal on points, and the Malaysian Armed Forces won the series on a countback. Three-time winner Grenville Fordham, skippering Andaman Cabriolet Nina in the multi-hull class, got off to a slow start with a last-place finish in the first race. Although slowly finding his feet, he couldn't do anything to halt the flying Fantasia. He finished the series unbeaten, winning 7 from 7 and claiming the class crown. Age and beauty don't always mix, but they can often do so in sailing. The club class, the largest class with 9 boats, and the ocean rover class with 4 boats, proved to be as hard-fought as any of the other classes in the regatta. While the 100-year-old Grand Dame Evelyn likely have won an award for most beautiful, in the races no quarter was given in either class.
Been great, great weather, good winds despite the forecast. It wasn't as light as it was forecast, and we've enjoyed some really close racing. Been fantastic. I think the race courses have been excellent. The information we've had has been excellent, and as always, camaraderie and sportsmanship has been top class. So really enjoyed that part of the regatta, and it's a new one for me. So it's always good to do new regattas and see new places to race.
In the club class, by mid-series, 3 boats were in the running for the title. Mystery was proving to be inconsistent. Free Wind had a couple of poor finishes pulling her down, and Rascal was keeping both in her sights. Going into the final 2 days, Mystery finally showed her true colours and finished with a first and a second to take the title by just 2 points. My Toy ran away with the Ocean Rover class, winning with a 6-point margin. However, this does not reflect how close the racing was on the water. In some cases, after almost 5 hours of racing, only 13 seconds separated the top 2 on corrected time.
We've had an excellent week here. We've been very lucky with the wind. Weather's been very, very favourable, and all the classes have been phenomenally competitive. We had one race today. Sports boat finished the whole series within 1 or 2 centimetres of each other, right the way through. Cruising class, winner won by 53 seconds for the whole week. Even the traditionally slow ocean rover boats have been out there competitive every day, results within seconds of each other's.
2012 Royal Langkawi International Regatta will be remembered for good winds and top competition. And great social events. As the week came to a close, winners were presented at a poolside gala dinner at the Royal Langkawi Yacht Club, presided over by a special guest, the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad.